If you click on this video, you would like to know, is 6 9 actually wrong for snitching? Which is a good question, but before we go into that, we need to take a long step back. Before we get to that video, I would like to make sure you subscribe to this video because 57% of you are not subscribed, and it'll be great to try to reach 50%. If you know a bit about 6 9 you will know he's very familiar with law enforcement. That will push us back all the way back to 2015, 2016, when he performing this sexual act on a 13-year-old girl. Back in that days, he was broke, he was young, he didn't really know what he was doing. And also you have to know, the people surrounding him, he was in a type of gang. He used to hang out with a lot of bad people like Shotty, who's his manager, kind of. He's the type of person who got in trouble all the time. He basically lived in a cult, and because he was constantly getting in trouble with Shotty and other members of his gang or whatever group, the FBI was constantly investigating them, trying to get him into jail. Shotty is a bit more, he's older, so he's a bit more mature, and he's smarter too. And compared to 6 9 he was young and he didn't really think of his actions. So when they used to hang out, 6 9 used to go on Instagram lives or talk on social media, any other platform. He used to call out people, he used to threat people, that he used to literally put guns saying I'm gonna kill you, things like that, and he got himself into trouble. However, in 2015, when he performed that sexual act to that 13-year-old girl, he was obviously broke, he didn't have any money. He decided to actually plead guilty for that sexual act, and obviously his excuse was the fact, because he was broke, he couldn't pay for any lawyer. He was scared, you have to understand, he obviously was scared, and he was about to face 10-20 years of jail time. However, the sentences for that, he was actually put up. Shotty used to get a lot in troubles. He basically got pulled over from the cops and he decided to run away. And when he got caught after that, and he got caught with loads of cocaine, a machete, loads of different things. And so he meant to show up at the court a couple of weeks after, and he didn't show up. He ended up a fugitive for almost 3-4 years. The whole time he was actually still signing up artists. So after all that trouble already, 6 9 and Shotty was really, really smart. Instead of being quiet and staying low, they decided to get into more troubles, obviously. And the FBI actually started investigating, and that's when things got serious. In 2016, 6 9 actually posted this real good music, and it's called Gun Ho, and he started getting loads of recognition from it. Popularity for 6 9 started growing. 6 9, because he was super smart as well, so now he became famous, he started getting a bit more money, and he was hanging out with loads of gang. He decided to post videos with all these gangs, different gangs as well, and he made such a big name in the street for himself. FBI was probably dreaming about arresting 6 9 for the past 2 years. And obviously, one of the shooting, 6 9 got caught on camera. He was there. It doesn't show he was holding a gun or shot anyone, but he was there. Then probably a couple of weeks after, 6 9 actually got caught driving with a suspended license, and that didn't go well either. In 2018, this is where 6 9 actually got kidnapped. He got robbed, he got beat up, and a few months later, he actually found out it was actually some members of his own gang in his own association. So imagine that, 6 9 must have been mad as a stab in the back. And this was the perfect moment for 6 9 to kind of understand, to just peace out from them gang, because I do believe 6 9 is a good guy. I do believe 6 9 makes some kind of good music, some hype music. You can't listen to them you cannot listen to them in a kid's school. You have to listen to it at the gym when you have to wait, when you feel pumped, you know what I mean? 6 9 actually got raided to his home a couple of months after. Cops actually found an AR in his home with some money, some ID. A couple of months after that, he actually got caught in the shooting, and that gun was actually at the shooting too. And then a couple of weeks after that, he decided to post a video where Shotty and different member of the group was actually robbing someone. However, this could have been smart, because he was holding the video in the car and they were robbing it across the street. So he could have used it as a self-protection. So it's if the cops kind of tried to arrest him for that, He was only filming it. He haven't done anything. On the other hand, you have to know the FBI was actually linking pieces together. Who was working for who was there at the scene. 6ix9ine was getting more and more trouble. I don't even know how he got away so many times. However, this is the good stuff. This is the stuff you got to listen. All the way back to 2018 October time, he basically finally got sentenced for the sexual act he did on that 13 years old girl. At that time, because he had a lot of money, he had a decent lawyer too. He actually just got away with he got away with 4 years probation. People get life in prison for that. Like, people get like 10, 20 years easily. Man got 4 years and 1,000 hours of community service. For what he did, that was literally a slap on the wrist. 6ix9ine did feel really, he did appreciate that a lot. He said it to the jury, he said it to the judge, he put it on the social media. He was so appreciating from that. Kanye West and 6ix9ine actually made that song. When they were filming it, he actually got a shooting that day. So from all the different charges he got, from like driving a suspension license or being part of like different shooting, all the cases was being dropped. So obviously man got a bit of money to make this happen, to make that kind of move. He was getting himself cleaned out, and that's another slap on the wrist. And that's pretty much 2 chances he already got. And the judge basically told him specifically, just stay out of trouble for a whole year. Don't get into jail for a whole year. Don't do anything stupid for a whole year. And what do you think 6ix9ine did? So he decided to go to the Breakfast Club a couple of weeks after, and he fires all these member staff.
Why did you fire everybody, 6ix9ine?
Yeah, we seen the video yesterday.
Yeah,
And you canceled your whole tour?
yeah, I canceled everything. Like, there's so much money out here to be stealing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you
So
gotta get
people
out
was
of
We
here.
figured
from
people were
you.
stealing.
Yeah.
That was
So as you can imagine, he probably he created a lot of heat and all this old association and all these gangster things got turned up on him. And that's the point. Like on a podcast, he was like, "I'm starting new. I'm old, fresh." And when I heard this, I actually thought, like, you know what? He's getting out of trouble. He's going away from it. Hopefully it'll be good. Like, hopefully he's going to change. He's going to be like a 50 Cent again. How 50 Cent got out of the street. The street got heated. The FBI actually came to 6ix9ine house and offered him a contract where he can get protected from the cops. So many people on social media is calling him out. It's like, well, if I see you on the street, I'm going to kill you. And 6ix9ine refused it. Why 6ix9ine? What 6ix9ine decided to do, obviously, since he refused the FBI, well, he just got loads of guns. He filled up his whole house with guns, grenades, anything. And 2 days later, he got arrested for racketeering charges and firearms, each of which maximum sentence between 3 to life sentences. So at that point, 6ix9ine was about to get done. Had all that money. FBI was trying to mention as he's been calling the shot for all them shootings. Shotty was not part of it. It was literally him calling the shot because he was making the most amount of money. And now 6ix9ine is getting convicted pretty much nearly for life. Also, he realized his gang was actually stealing money, was lying to him, and he also said they were minding because he was such a young kid. And 6ix9ine blamed it as he was actually getting influenced by the wrong kind of people. He was not acting like a gangster. It was only people around him was acting like a gangster, which controlled him to act like it. And his whole goal was to just entertain people and rap. This is how he got away as well. He said they were threatening him to do this kind of things with them because they were about to kill his mom, his family, and his legacy. So he was literally so manipulated, he just played as a victim. And he said he was a gangster back on Breakfast Club, just played as a victim. He mentioned the fact, like, when he recorded that kind of like shooting, when Shotty was actually beating up that guy and stealing things from that guy, he was actually only using this as protection. So the court kind of accepted it and understood he was just manipulated the whole time. Even his family backed him up on this. He was just like, he was not involved into all the gang things. He was just manipulated and forced to be there. Man only got sentenced for 3 years. 3 years. Only 3 years. Damn. 6ix9ine, you done so many things, and you only got sentenced for 3 years. So he decided to snitch all the way. Like when he was in prison, he did 2 years, and he decided to snitch in prison. He decided to snitch just because. You know what? Let's watch the live stream, and he explained it a bit more, where he did a public apology about why he snitched.
If there is a street code, right? If there is a street code and there's something so-called as loyalty and everything and no snitching and all of that, I get it, right? But where was the loyalty when you was sleeping with my baby mother? Where was the loyalty when you was caught on the wiretap trying to kill me? Where was the loyalty when you tried to kidnap my mother? Where was the loyalty when you was stealing millions of dollars from me? Where was that? So who broke it first? All right, I get it. Don't fight fire with fire. I'm sorry. But what did I do wrong?
And obviously you got the street code of blood in, blood out. The street code is nobody's allowed to snitch on anybody. And obviously since he snitched, he created a lot of heat now. And he created so much heat, people was calling him out again, trying to kill him, trying to kill this kid. Well, kid, he's not even a kid no more. You can't believe it. I don't even understand why you got away from. He was only being manipulated as a kid. Man's 25 years old, 25, 24, something like that. He's a grown-up adult. He's a grown-ass man. So the real question to ask is, how long is 6ix9ine going to stay around for? Is he going to get killed? Is Shotty and 6ix9ine going to kill each other? Like, what's going to happen? Was he wrong for snitching? Is he ever going to bounce back from this? Is people actually still going to see him as the 6ix9ine? Or everyone's going to see him as a snitch? Is his legacy still going to be stand? I do believe he's going to bounce back. I do believe people still going to actually believe. People can still listen to him. People are still going to listen to his music. Yeah, you have to understand, yeah. The majority of people listen to doesn't live in the gangster world. Doesn't live in the street. They're all like they live in an urban area where it's not bad living. Like, you have to understand, you've got loads of people who are just living like I am right now, just like chill life, not get in trouble. That's why people listen to his music. So of course, whether he snitched or not, broke the street code or whatever, people are still gonna listen to him. Was he wrong for snitching? Well, yeah, because he actually created him act like he acted like a gangster, and now you acted like a gangster. You have to be the gangster. You have to walk the walk, and he didn't. He just talked and then snitch, and then he's like, apologize. 6ix9ine, I hope you don't get in more trouble. I hope you actually don't even die, because I think like a lot of people is going to try to kill you. But also, people's trying to kill him, so he decides to leave his home address to everyone. He literally told the whole world where he lived. I'm done with this video. I'm done. Peace out.